What's going on, guys? GZTV. Hopefully you guys can hear me. This is the last video of the day. We're here to talk about All-Star Weekend, a pretty exciting time of the NBA season where, all the best players come together and we have a lot of fun. And All-Star Weekend was that. I think it was a pretty fun weekend. Yeah, it was sick. I'm just going to go through every event, kind of give a quick rundown of what happened, what I thought of it. We're going to start with the Rising Stars. Pau Gasol's team, Team Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol got a couple of awards this weekend. They won the Rising Stars. Jose Alvarado named MVP. Although, let's be honest, Quentin Grimes had the performance of a lifetime in that championship game. Pelicans guard Jose Alvarado drilled the game-winning three-pointer. Team Pau came away with the championship. He was literally given the MVP because they hit the game-winning shot. Shout out to Jose Alvarado. I think this is a big opportunity. This is a big weekend for some of the younger guys, some of the less-known guys, to get their names known and out there. And finally, trust me, there's a lot of guys that not a lot of people know about who should know about that we're going to talk about here. Pau beat Team Jason 20-25. Let me see here. Oh, there wasn't any. Let me see here. So, in the championship, you got Quentin Grimes played pretty good. Quentin Grimes. It really was just Quentin Grimes in that last game, wasn't it? He played well. The semifinals, you had Team Pau against Team DeRozan. I'm just going through the games here. Jose Alvarado for Team Pau in that semifinal game played pretty good. I know this doesn't really matter that much. Darren Williams' team did not play well. But, we had a G League team. It was pretty awesome. Jason Kidd had a G League team. They played Joakim Noah's team. They lost. But that was cool to see the G League get some more light shined on it. I think it's a pretty dope league. You look here, Quentin Grimes played fantastic in the Rising Stars Challenge. I think he is the true MVP. He played really well. Mac McClung had a pretty big weekend. He had a good game there for the Team Jason Kidd. He had 10 points. But yeah, Jose Alvarado won the MVP. It was the three-pointer that decided the Jordan Rising Stars Championship Friday. He called it. He went over to Donovan Mitchell. He was like, yes, I'm going to hit this and you can buy me dinner. So that was cool. But yeah. The celebrity game. Candace Parker called the All-Star game. She was the first woman to do that. The Hometown Hero Award went to Karl Malone, all that stuff. Well, let's talk about the celebrity game. DK Metcalf won the 2023 Ruffles All-Star Celebrity MVP Award, a award that was previously held up by Alex Toussaint. NFL receiver DK Metcalf secures MVP honors after finishing with 20 points, 10 rebounds, and a handful of impressive dunks. A lot of interesting moments in this game. The second most star-studded game of All-Star Weekend wasn't short on bling, fame, drama, or last-minute excitement as the basketball weekend kicked off in style. It was the 2023 Ruffles NBA All-Star Celebrity Game, and it was decided at the final buzzer or not. WWE superstar The Miz sank a half-court heave that was waved off, much to the relief of Team Dwayne Wade, which survived and beat Team Ryan Smith by 3 points. The MVP of the game was DK Metcalf, who was too physical and too imposing for anyone on Team Ryan. Metcalf, the all-pro receiver for the Seattle Seahawks, he played great. He also added a half-dozen dunks, easily and quickly the crowd favorite for this one. The game was played at the Huntsman Center on the campus of the University of Utah. Smith is the owner of the Jazz, and Wade, one of the 75 greatest players in NBA history, has a partial share of the franchise, which I kind of forgot about that. Wade was assisted on the bench by Giannis Antetokounmpo and Ryan by Lisa Leslie. The comical moment was provided by Guillermo Rodriguez, the vertically challenged correspondent from the Jimmy Kimmel Live show. He did not score, and his best shot resulted in a wedgie. Rodriguez then demanded to contest the jump ball against Metcalf, who obviously was considerably taller and heavier, and won the tip. Just as well, Richard Jefferson, the former NBA champion with the 2016 Cavaliers, executed a double duty. He played and also reffed. Jefferson used his basketball background to his advantage and delivered a pair of dunks. The game was played by a cross-section of entertainment and athletic stars, including Grammy Award-winning artist 21 Savage, along with Janelle Monáe and Cordae. Calvin Johnson, the retired star from the Detroit Lions, also joined Metcalf in the NFL, and recently retired slugger Albert Pujols also participated. So yeah, that was a cool game. It was fun. It was one of the better events of the weekend. NBA kind of committed to social impact during the All-Star weekend. Adam Silver took All-Star weekend as an opportunity to speak on load management and key issues. LeBron James discussing how the legend of Stockton to Malone lived inside of him. We can talk about Media Day. I guess it's really not much here. Players are excited to take the court regardless of All-Star team selection process or changes to All-Star draft format. The constant hand-wringing regarding changes for the NBA All-Star team selection process drew chuckles from the players Saturday at NBA All-Star Media Day, little else in terms of negative reaction. The overall gist: nobody seems concerned about when their name might be called. We're here. We're at the All-Star weekend. It's an honor just to be here. Whoever gets picked last, if you get picked last, it's whatever. You worked hard to be an All-Star, and it's All-Star weekend. We're not worried about who gets picked last, kind of that sort of thing. In the past, All-Star team captains selected their teams on a television simulcast well in advance of the actual game. But for this year's NBA All-Star Draft, captains LeBron James and Giannis Antetokounmpo, they picked their teams in a live televised segment Sunday just before the tip-off. The voting results determined each conference's captains, so LeBron James leads the West. Antetokounmpo headed up the Eastern Conference. As the overall leader in votes received during the balloting process, James takes the first pick of the All-Star draft. The captains then take turns choosing from the All-Star field. They choose reserves first before drafting among the 8 starters in this new format that ensures the last player selected would still take the court on Sunday as a starter. It's exciting. The stars go out last. There's not going to be a last pick. That's a cool rule. Not a lot of people could say they were an All-Star multiple times, so that's exciting for some of those guys, I guess, like Luka. People were kind of discussing the rules and stuff. NBA unveiled the Dr. J Trophy for the AT&T Slam Dunk Champion. That was a cool thing going into All-Star Saturday, where we have the dunk contest. We can talk about the Kia Skills Challenge. Team Jazz defends home court. They won the 2023 Kia Skills Challenge. The hometown Team Jazz, comprising Jordan Clarkson, Walker Kessler, and Colin Sexton, takes home the hardware. Software. Jesus. Okay. I don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah, that was cool. The home team won. I feel like that happened last year in Cleveland. I could be wrong. Yeah, they win. The hometown Team Jazz took home at the 2023 Kia Skills Challenge at Vivint Arena on State Farm All-Star Saturday night. Comprised of Jordan Clarkson, Walker Kessler, and Colin Sexton. That trio defeated Team Rooks and Team Antetokounmpo with a strong showing in team shooting. After Team Antetokounmpo set the mark with 8 points in the round, the Jazz took the round on a three-pointer from the corner by the rookie Kessler. In that round, players took turns shooting from 5 different spots, which had values of anywhere from 1 point to 5 points. Overall, the Kia Skills Challenge is a 3-round competition with the teams of 3 players amass challenge points throughout each round. The team with the most points is crowned champion, but tiebreaker rules are in place if necessary. In team relay of the first round, Team Rooks had a minute 14.8. They beat Team Antetokounmpo, who had a minute 23.7, and Team Jazz to win that round in the accompanying 100 challenge points. Jabari Smith Jr. and Paolo Banchero got Team Rooks off to a strong start, but Jaden Ivey came up big by hitting its corner three-pointer and blazing to the finish line to beat Team Antetokounmpo's time. The course required players to make a 35-foot outlet pass, dribble through 3 moving pylons, and attempt 3 different shots, 1 in the lane, a left corner three-pointer, and a layup or dunk. In the thrilling second round team passing, Team Jazz ran wild down the stretch and finished with 88 points, besting the 84 points from Team Antetokounmpo and outpacing Team Rooks, who had 78 points. That gave Team Jazz 100 challenge points as the round featured the teams trying to make passes to varying lengths and types, a 35-foot outlet pass, a 20-foot bounce pass, and a 25-foot chest pass through moving targets in 30 seconds. Each team had to attempt at least 1 pass at each target. Team Antetokounmpo had a late change to the roster before the Kia Skills Challenge, as Giannis Antetokounmpo was scratched from the event due to injury and replaced by his Milwaukee Bucks teammate Jrue Holiday, which was kind of cool. The NBA followed the format for the 2023 Kia Skills Challenge that it put in place for the 2022 edition of the event, converting it from an individual competition to a team-based affair, which is kind of weird. I really wish they would keep the individual one. I think that's way better. Like, They did a bracket like 2 or 3 years ago. That's the best thing they did. I think it was always a bracket. That's the best you could do is the bracket and just combine every event into one. Um, they had like a Legends brunch. Bill Russell's legacy was there. Um, we can talk about the 3-point contest. Damian Lillard beat the Pacers duo to win the 2023 Starry 3-point contest. Damian Lillard knocks off 2020 winner Buddy Hield and his Pacers teammate Tyrese Haliburton in a 3-man final round. Yeah, Damian Lillard won. Finally, the clock hit Dame time for Damian Lillard on Saturday in the Starry 3-point contest. In his third career appearance in the event, Lillard bested 2020 3-point contest winner Buddy Hield and the third-year guard Tyrese Haliburton in the final round of the competition. And it was his accuracy on the starry shots in the end that made all the difference. And that's really cool that soda company sponsoring this event. I think that was pretty dope to include. Lillard knocked down 2 shots from starry range, and those buckets counted for 3 points apiece in the final round as he edged out Buddy Hield by 1 point. Lillard's last attempt from the corner with the 2-point money ball gave him the victory. Haliburton looked like the early favorite, though. Haliburton blew out the field initially, tying a 3-point contest record in the first round with 31 points as he hit 4 or 5 shots in an all-money ball final rack to close out the round. Wearing his college jersey from nearby Weber State, Lillard finished the first round in second place with 26 points, followed by Hield, who scored 23 points to start the competition. We all understand the traditional 3-point contest, which consists of 5 racks containing 5 balls apiece spaced around the 3-point line. The usual rack contains 4 regular orange balls worth 1 point apiece and 1 multicolored money ball, which is worth 2 points. The all-money ball rack conjured another level intrigue in 2018 when it was first introduced. That rack could be placed anywhere and consists of 5 money balls, each good for 2 points. The league ratcheted up the 2023 competition even more for the long-range specialists with the addition of the 2 starry balls, which are placed deep behind the 3-point line on each side of the middle rack past the top of the key. Those balls were placed roughly 30 feet away from the basket and worth 3 points apiece. Lillard used them to his advantage and walking away with his first championship in the starry 3-point contest. Lillard is currently 27 for 87 this season, 31% on shots between 30 to 34 feet. That's why he was included. That's a good-ass percentage for like a normal 3-point shooter, I would say. But shooting from that deep, that's crazy. He's shot 87 shots from there. Shout out to Damian Lillard winning the contest. I mean, I think Curry's like bested him all these years, and he was finally able to win. But yeah, let's talk about Mac McClung. Let's talk about the dunk contest. Mac McClung steals the show, soars the 2023 AT&T Slam Dunk title. With perfect scores on 3 of his 4 attempts, Sixers guard Mac McClung outshines Trey Murphy to claim the Slam Dunk title. Shout out to Mac McClung. The AT&T Slam Dunk contest was won by a player who technically isn't in the NBA, but that will change if the Sixers are just impressed with their G League player as the judges were Saturday. Mac McClung executed perfect 50s on all but one of his dunks to win the contest over Trey Murphy III of the Pelicans in the final. Trey Murphy is so athletic, it's insane, but Mac McClung just had the more impressive dunks. In his final dunk, McClung delivered a 360-degree plus, meaning he went 360 plus a few more degrees in an added reversal that earned him a hug from Dominique Wilkins, a 2-time dunk contest winner and one of the judges. For that dunk, McClung, who's 6'2" and 180 pounds, wore his high school jersey. He broke Allen Iverson's Virginia scoring record at Gate City High, so I don't know how people forget and don't even know who this guy is, but he is a fucking legend in Virginia. He's a high school Virginia legend. McClung is an interesting story. He has only 4 games of NBA experience. He has spent more time in the G League, currently with the Delaware Blue Hens and previously with the South Bay Lakers, where he was the league's Rookie of the Year. But he didn't stick with the Lakers or the Warriors, who invited him to camp. McClung says he realizes he needs to improve his ball handling, which is the only barrier keeping him from the league. He recorded a 43.5-inch vertical leap at the 2021 NBA Combine and became a YouTube sensation from his dunks in high school. We know this, ball is life. He was all over the damn place. He's the first G Leaguer to participate in the contest, and he's also enjoying a solid season in the G League, averaging 19.1 points, 4.7 assists, 2.7 rebounds in 18 games, shooting 50% from beyond the 3-point line. McClung won the dunk crowd from the start with a perfect score when he dunked over 2 friends, tapping the backboard along the way. The other contestants in the 4-player field were KJ Martin of the Rockets and Jericho Sims of the Knicks, who were eliminated in the preliminaries. The judges were Wilkins and another 2-time champ, Harold Miner, along with Lisa Leslie, Karl Malone, and Jamal Crawford. The trophy was awarded by Julius Erving, the first dunk champion, and named after him. So that was a special moment. Hopefully we see more of Mac McClung in the league as the regular season rolls on and we start to get basketball again. I'm watching movies in place of basketball because I need something to do. But let's talk about the All-Star game. The draft before the game, yeah. I mean, we don't really care about the teams. Let's just talk about the All-Star game here. Giannis accidentally sang Ja Morant in the reserves pool. But let's just talk about the All-Star game. Yeah. Damian Lillard hit the game-winning 3 to win the game. Jason Tatum, best scoring performance in All-Star game history. That's awesome. I love Jason Tatum. He's my favorite player in the league right now. Love him. He's a great player. He's humble. Love his attitude. This is that boy right there. I got him in the background here. He has his first shoe coming out. He announced it at All-Star Weekend. That was another highlight for me as a Jason Tatum fan. I'm definitely going to have to buy those. I mean, they're sick. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen them, but they're actually dope as shit. I love those shoes. Damian Lillard hit a half-court shot. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown had a nice little 1v1 during the game. Halftime was awesome. Burna Boy, I think like Fireboy, DML, and Tim's were there. You know, the rivalry between teammates of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum was great. LeBron injured his finger in the game. He didn't play in the second half, which was kind of disappointing because that meant that both of the starters didn't play like the whole game. But yeah, Jason Tatum went crazy. 55 points and 10 rebounds. We also had a 40-point, 10-assist performance for Donovan Mitchell, shooting 60% from the field. And then off the bench, Damian Lillard played great. I mean, 26 points. He shot 40% from 3. It got close, you know. They were trying to, like, force up shots. Maybe they were trying to get the game closer so it could go on longer. But, looking at the other side for Team LeBron, 32 points for Joel Embiid. He shot 50% from 3. 32 points and 15 assists for Kyrie Irving, 50% from 3, 67% from the field. Those two guys played great in the starting roles, of course. 35 points and 14 rebounds for Jaylen Brown off the bench, which is awesome. Both of my Celtics played well in this. It was boring. Let's be honest. I mean, the charitable donations throughout the weekend and in this game in particular were cool. You gotta love that. But Ja had a crazy dunk. Yeah, I don't have anything to say. All-Star Weekend was fun. The draft process was really cool. They need to do that more often. It's going to make it a lot more challenging come game time. But I think this is Giannis' first time as a captain beating LeBron. I think they've had like 2 or 3 contests against each other. Or maybe even, I think they've had like 5 All-Star games against each other. And Giannis has only won this one. And LeBron's bested him every other time. So that was a cool moment. I gotta go. I gotta finish a movie. I gotta watch Breaking Bad. I gotta do all that stuff to cap off the content for the weekend and get you guys some videos tomorrow. But leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you are a music fan, we have some good stuff coming in this next week. We have 2 voice crack. We have 2 albums dropping. We have Yeet and Don Toliver dropping records. We're going to be doing edited reaction and reviews for those, so you don't want to miss that out. But it's GZ TV. As always, I'm out. Catch you guys tomorrow for Dexter, and we're going to be talking about Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. That is the movie we're going to be